What's up, community? It's Rafi here. Let's have a chat, a serious chat about the fitness industry. So it is an industry with a serious issue of sexism, racism, gender-based exclusion and violence, speciesism, ableism, ageism, and overall fat shaming. And we not only need to talk about it, but we need to push against it, right? So I want to focus on trans issues specifically, but we need to talk about everything else that also surrounds trans issues. This is why all of the other isms that I listed are also very important when talking about the fitness industry and trans issues specifically. So let's try this out, okay? So go on YouTube right now and search for fitness channels, like weightlifting channels, bodybuilding, CrossFit, you name it. And I guarantee that the overwhelming majority of the big names are cis het dudes who are able-bodied, young, and white. Okay, go on and type weightlifting motivation and tell me, who do you see the most?
Ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop it. Live the conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. Alright.
Now go type weightlifting motivation women and tell me if you see any difference at all, okay, on how the videos are built, how the women are portrayed, etc.
Losing it all on my own. I had a hard end, but the queen has been overthrown, and I'm not sleeping now.
Now go type weightlifting motivation queer. Anybody? Zero, right? So I don't want to give free advertising for any of the people who are perpetuating all of this shit. So I'm just going to show a few clips without their name on them, and I'm going to start breaking down a few of these video clips, okay? So let's go for it. So the overwhelming majority of the big names, again, are led by cis hetero men and catered specifically to the cis hetero men.
Our chest is the first thing we want to have go through the door when we enter a room, and a massive chest displays power and confidence.
Which means then that women are sexualized.
On the opposite side of the mating spectrum, some members of the female species will flaunt their sexually developed bodies in order to attract the attention of a mate.
Right? So the fitness industry is super whitewashed and white-led, and it's no wonder racism would be a fundamental problem. Sure, you're gonna tell me, oh, but Ronnie Coleman and Lee Haney are two huge names in bodybuilding. So that means that bodybuilding has no racism issue because two black men are freaking amazing, capable, and have won tons of awards. No.
But when you walk into that glorious house of games, everybody is one. Whether you're black, white, Spanish, red, or green.
He came to me and he said, wow, we've been getting significant like racist comments on a few videos. Mm-hmm. And I looked at him and I was surprised. I was actually shocked because like how open they were about saying that.
Oh no,
and they put themselves out there like that, like without having any type of, you know, shame about it.
Well, let's move on. Speciesism. Because the industry is so damn infested with macho, misogynistic bros, it's pretty damn obvious that they would consume one of the biggest symbols of patriarchy: meat, dairy, and eggs.
Meat.
Frosted some pre-frozen chicken breast. I get 96%.
So breakfast, I've got my usual egg whites.
Now, I'm not gonna break down the reasons why you can't understand the basis of patriarchy without understanding speciesism. I'll actually let Carol Adams and others do that for me, and I'll add more links in the description. Ableism. Not many channels at all are representing disabled folks in the fitness industry, let alone training specifically catered to their needs, and that's a big problem. Ageism, the overwhelming majority of folks are, you know, young, and older people are usually portrayed as a form of a joke, or yeah, someone you don't want to turn into. Oh, and also let's not forget how the industry also promises to be this sort of like fountain of youth, and you'll be forever ripped and so on. So alright, now I want to dive into trans issues at gyms, and I want to preface this by saying that I am a Blink member. I don't know for how much longer though, and I have been in touch with higher ups for a while now in regards to trans inclusive spaces, policies, and training in Blink. And now that I'm actually asking to see action, they simply stopped responding. So let's start with issue number one, which are lockers, right? Currently, no mainstream gym has gender neutral or all gender lockers, and that's a issue that's bad for all gyms. But I'm going to specifically talk about Blink. This is a huge issue because not everyone identifies as male or as female, and they shouldn't be forced to use a space that puts them into those confinements, right, into those boxes. In addition, there are of course trans people who ID as female or male, but that they may be harassed for using the locker that corresponds to their gender. And an example of this actually happened in a Planet Fitness gym in Michigan, where a cis woman harassed a trans woman, and thankfully, because Planet Fitness already has gender policies that actually protect trans people, that cis woman's membership was cancelled. Fuck yeah, Planet Fitness. Issue number two is lack of LGBTQ inclusive training. So the trainers have like zero experience catering to trans or gender non-conforming people. When I was studying actually to become a personal trainer, I researched a whole bunch of certifications and credits, and not a single one of them had LGBTQ inclusive training and how to cater to the LGBTQ population, which is very, very sad, right? So the way a trainer would train me past top surgery is very specific, right? And they lack that knowledge. Issue number three, it's capitalizing on being inclusive without actually being inclusive. And I am so tired, okay, of corporations and companies, etc., capitalizing on our community without providing us with safe and welcoming spaces and environments so we can thrive. And this is why I started a petition for Blink Fitness to be the gym, that everybody like they claim to be. And I hope you sign it, and I hope you can share with your friends. Hopefully, Blink will step it up and create new standards for all other gyms to follow. That's what I hope. I also am happy to say that I have found gyms that actually walk the talk, and I'll be linking them below as well. Unfortunately, none of them are in my area, but I'm wishing all of them the best. It's a dream of mine to open a trans and gender non-conforming gym in the future. So it was just very, very inspiring to me to see that all of you out there are doing that type of work. So just want to wish all of you luck. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, what your experiences have been navigating the fitness world as a trans person or gender non-conforming person. And I'll see you folks next week.